Alright, welcome back to another video, catching up on one of the more popular entries on my 3 or 4 wifey series. This one is relating to Billie Rae Brandt, this relatively photogenic, pretty, maked up, dolled up white chick. This chick has a bunch of bad takes. It's on the timeline now that I am not even subscribed to her, but it's in the algorithm, so I have to a little bit, we'll call it castigating her, because it's like, you know what, her takes are awful, and we're going to start off with the one relating to height. So it hits close to home. Okay, let's see how this one plays out from the beginning, alright? Let's go.
I love men. I respect men.
Pick me alert, disavow. That is just cringe, right? Why would you ever want to do that sort of thing? It's ridiculous to even assume that a guy wants to hear that. I like men, I love men. You sound like a whore, frankly. A complete pick me, by the way. It's somewhat astounding. Just off the bat. L. Okay, go on.
Spend my entire life fighting for men, but I have to be honest. I'm sick and tired of hearing men complain about their height holding them back. Look, I'm sympathetic to less attractive people. I understand that some people.
Wait a second! Freudian slip alert! She says, so her whole thing is guys need to stop complaining about their height, yet she says that she empathizes with less attractive people. So then what is the height thing? Less attractive. Whoa! But then you says that height isn't an excuse. I think being unattractive is a pretty good, excuse. Obviously, if you're a fucking burn victim, or let's say you're 4'11" as a guy, I mean, you'd be pretty screwed, no? Come on.
Aren't the universal type. But you and I have both seen plenty of objectively unattractive men who found their way into happy relationships. They figured out how to land a girl, so why are you complaining? See, it's not that I don't agree that dating.
The same way that people that don't go to college could still get an office job if their uncle is the owner or something, like, yeah, could you luck your way into it? Yeah. And is there a degree of charisma you can use in Riz? Yes, but there's only so much, because first of all, what makes an unattractive person able to pull a chick in with charisma? This is going to be genius. Watch, write this down. It's because they are in the top 10 to 20% of personality and confidence. Whereas if everybody were to be confident in all that, then all of a sudden this person that's compensating and has this Napoleon complex but is pulling pussy will stop, because then he'll no longer be special. So why you point out these exceptions makes no fucking sense from the point of view of a logical male, because I know that a girl works off of exceptions a lot of the time. But in this case, from my point of view, clearly, if you tell everybody, like, hey, just be a Sigma and all these girls will like you, then you're no longer going to be special. This sort of advice only works with male-lets 10% of the time.
Dating might be a bit tougher for Jonah Hill than it is than Ryan Gosling, Henry Cavill, and Michael B. Jordan. What annoys me is when the same men who complain that women never take accountability blame women for their lack of dating success. You're short.
Okay, it's not the woman's fault that they don't like you for being short, but it is, like, de facto them picking you, okay? But I mean, it's fair enough, obviously, like, from a girl's point of view, you wouldn't want to get with a short guy overall. Yeah, sure.
Does that mean you can't dress well, build muscle, groom yourself, be funny, be ambitious? Those are incredibly attractive traits.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Could you compensate? Again, compensating is the key. But what is compensating for? An insecurity, which is a valid one. Yet you're saying don't even announce that you have an insecurity. Don't even be honest with yourself. No, clearly, yeah, being short is a disadvantage that you have to compensate for. But if every short person does the same thing, then they're all equally as fucked, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So clearly, that is not a sustainable thing. If you are short, you're going to have a worse time just by virtue of that alone. If you compensate, you compensate. But I mean, it's still, right? Like, if you bench press more than a guy with 2 functioning arms, you would just have to really compensate with the one arm, clearly, if that's even physically possible to balance a bar like that. So the point is that, yeah, you're wrong, Billy.
Traits. You know what isn't? Complaining and quitting because things are a little tougher. Guys, I'm serious. I love all of you. But the complaining about something you have zero control over has to stop. If you followed me for a while, you know what you have to do to increase your value. Start doing it. I love men.
Again, oh, I empathize with men, but just do the hard work and don't tell me about anything. That's her point of view. And you know what? As an honest chick, I respect that, because that sort of Freudian psychology of, like, and again, this is not her being on purpose. That's why I'm saying Freudian slip in this case. She's being honest and inadvertently. She's saying, I don't give a fuck about you short people. Just become rich and funny, and then I'll start giving you attention. That's the whole thing. That's her giving up the game subconsciously. And I just read it out to you.
Love men with discipline. If you want to attract the girl of your dreams, you have to change your daily routine. Let me explain. Discipline showcases reliability and a potential for success. Jordan Peterson even mentioned in Beyond Order that having a routine not only improved his quality of life, but also his writing ability, social skills, and his mental organization. Discipline lowers your anxiety and makes women love being around you because they feel like their life is under control when you're captaining the ship. And if discipline is a struggle for you, the best place to start is adding something simple that you can actually look forward to. For me, it's learning a valuable lesson from a new book every day. But since I'm the type to open books and never finish them, I've been able to stay disciplined using Blinkist. Blinkist
Whoa! This whole fucking thing was an ad. Wow. Hey, am I surprised? Jesus. What's
If
this?
you're in the friend zone right now, you have two options. Continue being her friend and give up on the idea of ever dating her. Or two, stop being her friend and give yourself a fighting chance at dating her. I'm gonna give you the hard truth. She might like you, but she doesn't desire or respect you. You wanna know why? Because you're acting like a girl. You're passively marketing yourself to her. You're basically begging her to notice you. That's not what men do. When a man with confidence and self-respect wants to pursue a relationship, he makes his intentions clear and doesn't play games. He acts in a manner that represents what he wants the relationship to be. And if she doesn't reciprocate, he moves on to a girl that will. He doesn't linger as her friend. The first time I flew to Florida to visit my now boyfriend, I told him I wanted to visit.
Damn, he's like Sneeko in the cuck bed. While his wife like gets all the fame by all these simps, he's over here just sitting there.
His friends first to see if we had a good connection. He told me, verbatim, I have no interest in being your friend. This statement was jarring, but it did two things. It simplified the situation and put me in a much less anxious headspace, and it also made me respect him immensely because he was clearly a man of self-respect. So find some self-respect of your own and get the hell out of the friend zone. If you're
Okay, I agree, but it's also like, I thought she was gonna say something like, do this to get her to like you. Instead, it's like, well, she won't like you anyway, so give up. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Billy. Okay, auntie. Fine, fuck, jeez. Okay, she's saying approaching women isn't hard. Let's
You
see.
guys feel like you have to blow us away, sweep us off our feet, make us fall in love right there. But that's not how this works. This is the first time you're talking to us, and you're doing it completely randomly. No girl's looking at you thinking, oh, this is going to go well. Most interactions with guys before you have been pretty awkward. So you know what's going to make you stand out? Just being normal. That's it. Guys, you're right. It is weird sometimes. Some guys will just stand there awkwardly. Other guys use weird pickup lines that never work. You know what does work? Making us feel like we're having a normal moment. This interaction doesn't need to be memorable. It just needs to be comfortable. Feeling comfortable around you will make us want to be around you again. So stop feeling like you have to be James Bond and just go start a conversation.
Okay, that is actually completely correct. I'll give her that. Hey, I don't edit my videos. There you go. Actual Billy W. She's right. It's a Zerka thing. Like, lower the bitch's anxiety so you can fuck. It is true, though. Lower her anxiety. Real. Yeah, exactly. Now, this whole thing of like, and that is true. Guys will hype it up in their head like, oh, I need to really be impressive. No, most people are unremarkable, right? I mean, at least in my situation, of course, I'm the protagonist. I'm the main character. Everybody else is going to get outshone by myself. And so it's like, okay, I don't need to do anything special. I just need to be myself. Now, growing up, when your dad tells you, or your mom probably, oh, son, be yourself. Don't actually listen to that because you're unremarkable. You're going to die nameless probably. Don't do that. Be Aristotelian in your ethics and just say, you know what? Just copy other people that are better than you until you're actually good yourself. Me, I'm already like there. So it's like, okay, be yourself, but you have to be there, okay? Anyway.
You have two options. Continue. I've started to figure out this whole bad boy thing. Women don't love bad men. They love rebellious men. The men of mystery who aren't controlled by others. Maybe it's just that women love having men figured out and will chase anyone that intrigues them.
Notice that she doesn't have a lot of makeup here, and look at like the crevices of her skin. I don't know if this is a good thing or if she has hollow cheeks and she has like a slim build. We have to figure that out.
Either way, the whole vibe of the autonomous man is just sexy. And this means you don't have to do traditionally masculine things to attract a feminine girl. Do you have a unique passion, a unique style, a hobby that others...
Look, it is kind of hot that she has like the indent in her cheeks, but it kind of looks like she's sucking me off the whole time, which is a little bit scary. I need to give her 1% body fat higher, okay? Like literally take like a fucking, you know, like those steaks that are like this small and just put it on your face.
Might not approve of. Who cares? Go after them like a man. If you unapologetically embrace these things and talk about them from a place of strength and excitement rather than a place of weakness and shame, women will be captivated by the way you discuss them. So write your poetry, garden your plants, and take care of that skin. And you can start taking care of that skin by using T. Shanley. T's just...
Bruh! She had to ruin it.
Now you have
Jeez.
two options. Continue being her friend.
Is Kylie Jenner a trad wife is the question here. Okay.
Is there really a such thing as a high value man? Yes.
Hold on.
I have a hot take. Kylie Jenner is unknowingly playing an important role in rejecting feminism and embracing femininity. Are the Kardashians influential in a positive way? For the most part, no. But hear me out. Kylie Jenner played a pivotal role in shifting the public perception of young motherhood. Sure, she doesn't represent the stable nuclear family, but she has shined a positive light on motherhood in a world where the media applauds women for putting themselves first. That girl was dragged by the public when she got pregnant at 20. Since then, she's shared her journey of motherhood with us for the past 5 years and has been extremely vocal about how motherhood has changed her for the best. In her own words, I would love to have a family and build a home with a farm in Malibu Canyon and just have my kids and throw away my phone. Everyone.
That is such bullshit. You really believe Kylie Jenner? You believe a Kardashian? I just want to go to a farm in Malibu, mind you, in fucking what farm in Malibu? I've been there. What farm is she talking about? And then also it's like, oh, and I want to throw my phone away. What 20-something-year-old girl has ever fucking said that unironically, folks? That is the biggest crock of shit ever. And now she's shilling Kylie Jenner. Ugh. And then also like, oh, this is my hot take. No, this is a take that you came out of like your friend group with because that's what they talk about all day. It's the fucking Kardashians. Jesus.
Someone says you change completely when you become a mom, but I really feel the same, just better. Being a young mom just means we met a little early and I get to love you a little longer. So what are your thoughts? Do you think there's a positive side to someone with the influence of Kylie Jenner speaking out on the joys of motherhood? I have a hot take.
Do you have kids? I don't think so.
Is there really a such thing as a high value man? Yes. And it's not about the money you make, the brand of clothing you wear, or the number of women you slept with. Being a high value man simply means having the characteristics that could enable you to perform well in those categories. When I see a guy with nice clothing, a great body, or a nice car, what goes through my head is nothing more than a few safe assumptions. That guy is probably disciplined, has some charisma, and
okay, so that means that, hey, that means that broke college niggas have a chance. Hey, okay, you know what? I'm starting to like this chick. Good girl. Okay, cool. That's awesome. That is freaking sick. Anyway, so Billie Rae Brandt, I mean, it's a mixed field. I actually thought that she was going to be worse than she turned out in respect to this whole YouTube thing. So, you know what? We watched, what, like 10 shorts? 6 of them were all right, and then 4 of them were like ads or like shit takes. This most recent one, the Kylie Jenner one, was like garbage. But yeah, I think she's hot, and so, I mean, it is what it is. Also, she said that she's into guys that have the potential to be great. So, hey. Anyway. Adios.